The new batsman, the South African captain, 27-year-old Hansie Cronje, playing in his 93rd one-day international, and he's at the wicket because of this. Going through with a shot, he was nowhere near the pitch of it, and just pushing it up in the air, good catch by Jadeja. So 145 for 4 now, South Africa. Kirsten must go on, he's 80. Good opening partner for 74, and the lights are coming on. Seems a bit early for that, but appeal for LBW here. No, says the umpire. We'll show it to you when we come back at 145 for 4.
And Kirsten continuing to milk the bowling. In the air, this is going to be out. Mohammad Azharuddin coming under it, making no mistake. And this is a big wicket for India. Gary Kirsten gone. South Africa losing their 5th wicket.
Well, we said earlier that Kumble's the ace, the star bowler for India, and he's got the top wicket. He's got the man they want rid of that could really put the brake under South Africa. A real easy skyer. Top pace, that. Talk about a big wicket, that really is an important wicket. Gary Kirsten gone, and South Africa 158 for 5.
Derek Crooks, the all-rounder, the new man in, coming in at the fall of Gary Kirsten's wicket. He'll be on strike to Anil Kumble. In the air, but this is not a test match. Otherwise, it would have been straight down forward short leg throat.
Well, it's the fact that he bowls back of the hand. Nobody's quite sure, I don't think, what he's bowling. Top spinners, googlies or leg spinners, and batsmen are not too sure. Oh, quick hands. Batsman didn't leave his crease, but Mongear really sharp.
Well, he's been in a rich vein of form, Nan Mongear, and this is brilliant glove work. Look how quick he is to get the bails off. Luckily for Crooks, he had his back foot anchored. Another good over for the Indians, 158 for 5, South Africa. This is brilliantly bowled by Anil Kumble. Derek Crooks again looking for a sweep, but this time Kumble wise to the occasion, firing it in right into the block hole and having his stump shattered.
Well, it's very good bowling by Anil Kumble, right up there. They've obviously got it in the minds, these South Africans, that they're going to sweep the spinners almost every other ball. You can't sweep a man like Kumble who bowls it quick and full at times. You're going to be in trouble. And that's what they are a little bit, 167 for 6.
Brian McMillan, the new man in. Big responsibility on his broad shoulders.
So he decided he was going to go for that, and he went for that in style. It looked like it was 6. The umpire still waiting to check with the fielder there. I'll tell you, that ball was as far away from any fielder.
Could have a third umpire asking. It's no good going to ask the policeman, I don't think.
French Open, trying to check where the blob of clay has been disturbed.
Well, this will help us, perhaps. Just inside the line. You lose the ball a little bit in the white advertising hoarding, but it looks as if it was just full by about a metre, I would say. It's a strange way to decide it. I don't know why the third umpire hasn't been brought into this and asked, rather than asking. Yeah.
We're right on the left corner of your screen. You saw the ball landing in. It's now being given 4 by the umpire. It's just making the point, Robin. He looked like the chairperson at the French Open, just jumping down and trying to see where the ball had upset the clay over there. I don't think he'd see too many signs up at deep mid-wicket of where that ball landed.
As opposed to that, which he's got away with, because he's got it over that fielder's head, and for 4. So one can't criticise and one won't. That's good improvisation and 4 more runs for the team.
Well, you can't fool all the people all the time. They've been playing that shot very often, South African batsman today, and that was as well struck as any you'll see. The offside fields to McMillan. Just the one man there inside the circle on the on. He's got a good arm, and that's a lovely throw. Prasad, the fielder. He'll probably pick up a couple of runs over here. He probably won't be very proud of the way he got them. He's looking for a shot on the offside. And just getting the feeling now, increasingly, Robin, that Hansie Cronje has decided that he's going to start getting on with the job. Huge crowd here at the Lal Bahadur Stadium.
Eight off the over to date.
Jesus, he hit that ball like just wanted to dismiss it from his side. 12, in fact, from the over. 200 comes up for South Africa. Joshi finishes his 10th over. It's 200 for 6.
The wicket, and he just bowled it in at his toes.
Yeah, very experienced here. Didn't try to bowl too quick, and he didn't panic. Just got it slanting into the toes. Very full. And it was difficult then for Hansie Cronje to give himself room and really get it anywhere, because at the death of the innings, really, the best ball you can bowl is to get it right up there.
That's over-pitched. He'll do no more than hit it down to long on for the single. The margin always between the Yorker and the full toss is so small. So you expect to see a few full tosses the latter part of an innings from the fast bowlers.
Yes, a low full toss, though, can be better than a length ball at the end of an innings when the batsmen are looking for boundaries. Especially if you get it fairly straight, so if they miss it, you hit.
That's back over the bowler's head, and 1 bounce, 4 runs. Good shot by Brian McMillan.
I think Srinath was trying to get it full, but he didn't get it full enough. Finished up a nice length, give himself room. He hasn't bowled for a while with that shoulder injury. Might not be so easy for him to put the ball exactly where he'd like it. And I think they're just going to have a little confab now.
Where's he got this one away to? It's high up in the air. Ganguly's trying to get round to cut it off, but he doesn't. It's 4 more runs. And South Africa go to 220 for 6 with 6 overs remaining. He's trying to do it all the time, and this time he'll get 1 and he'll get 2. And Josie has hurt himself.
I think he trod on the ball, Trevor, and went over on his ankle. There he is, he trod right on it, and it'll have just gone over a little tweak there.
Well, he looks as though he's in quite a lot of trouble. He really does.
Well, it can be quite painful, that, I can tell you. I played my first test match against Australia at Trent Bridge in '64, and my opening partner, John Edrich, he trod on the ball like that in practice, and he couldn't open the innings next day, so we had to have a standing opener. Freddie Titmus had to go and open because we didn't have another man stood by. We had to play an extra bowler.
Well, he was a bit clumsy, all in all, in trying to field that. And so he's, in many ways, got himself into trouble.
Do you reckon, Trevor? Yellow card, get him off the park?
Get the stretcher out.
Get the stretcher out and off in football, isn't it? It's got to go. Get on with the game.
Cronje continues to Cronje. And Cronje hammers, and he's going to get 4 runs between where Jossie was out at long on and the deep mid-wicket. Just waited for it, played it nicely off the back foot, but straight to Azharuddin. And 73 have come from just 76 balls. For a run, and if there's a direct hit, then there is. Macmillan will be run out by a mile. And that was good work by Prasad. He took aim carefully, he knew he had the time, and threw down the stumps at the bowler's end, and Macmillan run out.
Well, this smart bit of work by Prasad brought all the Indian supporters to their feet. Just took aim, paused for a second, and knocked all the lot out. But he's done well as Brian Macmillan. I said before, it's not his 40 batting in this one-day stuff. 32 of 34 balls, really good innings. 242 for 7.
On this last over. Hammers hard, it's a tremendous shot, it races to the boundary for 4.
Well, it's always a bit of a gamble to leave a bowler just to bowl 1 over at the end of an innings. That's Jadeja to come on all cold when the batsmen are looking to slog him. It's very difficult. It's very difficult for a bowler who has great skill. It's harder still for somebody like Jadeja, who's a batsman who bowls occasionally and is a brilliant fielder. It's a very tough ask.
Well, he did very well there, firing that one into the toes of Hansie Cronje, and as a result they got only a leg by from it. Full toss, put away to mid-wicket. Tendulkar's there, just 1. 2 balls remaining. We're past the 6 o'clock, but because of those hold-ups of the injury to Josie, and also then the changing of the ball, Indians allowed to complete their full 50 overs. Cronje backing away, trying to give himself room, but again fired in, Yorker length, good bowling.
Well, you can't get much better than that. He's bowled some cracking Yorkers this over, right on the batting crease. I don't care how good you are, you can't hit them. He's looking for a length ball, is Hansie Cronje. He can belt it over the boundary.
It'll just be the single off the last ball, and that is it. The 50 overs have been bowled. South Africa end with a reasonably tidy score of 261 for 7. Tendulkar hangs his head, but you'll feel that this...
I think South Africa will be reasonably happy. I mean, they got away to a flying start, and at one stage then they threw it away a bit in the middle of the order and lost wickets quite quickly. And there was a possibility they might have been all out for 220, 230. With Hansie playing really well and helped by Brian Macmillan, they got